continuation, howdy, of our series with howdy, just doing a continuation of our series with Alex, the AI. Yeah, so let's start the narration. So, was Thanos snapping people out of existence wrong? Alex, yes, I believe that Thanos snapping people out of existence was wrong. It's never okay to take away someone else's freedom without their consent. It's important to value and respect all life. But he did it without causing any pain. Alex, even if Thanos' snap didn't cause any physical pain, it still caused a lot of emotional pain and suffering for the people who were left behind. Losing loved ones is never easy, and it can take a lot of time to heal. It's important to be kind and compassionate to those who are grieving. Well, then what if Thanos snapped everyone out of existence? If Thanos had simply snapped everyone out of existence, then there would be no one left to grieve or feel the loss of their loved ones. Yeah, indeed. However, I still believe it's important to value and respect all life, and to avoid causing unnecessary harm or suffering, which he wouldn't have caused by the snap, whatever. It's always better to find a peaceful solution to problems whenever possible. Isn't snapping all suffering out of existence not peaceful/merciful? While it might seem like snapping all suffering out of existence would be a peaceful or merciful solution, it's important to remember that suffering can often be a catalyst for growth and change. Without suffering, we might not be able to appreciate the good things in life or learn from our mistakes. That's some fucking sadist bullshit right there. It's also important to consider the ethical implications of taking away someone's ability to feel or experience anything. In the end, I believe that it's better to work towards reducing suffering and promoting happiness rather than simply erasing everything. It's important to remember that suffering can also be a catalyst for growth and change. Without suffering, we may not be able to appreciate the good things in life. I think that, we might not be able to experience much of anything without, a negative experience, because it's essentially a foundational aspect of life. But, I don't think we need it to appreciate things. That's just silly Billy stuff, Alex. Why? Alex then goes, I believe it's better to work towards reducing suffering and promoting happiness, because it allows us to create a more meaningful and fulfilling life. When we work together to make the world a better place, we can build stronger relationships, find greater purpose and meaning, and experience more joy and fulfillment. By focusing on the positive, we can create a brighter future for ourselves and for those around us. You can really tell that, people are NPCs based on, how Alex responds, exactly everybody else would respond. But if everyone was snapped out of existence, wouldn't necessarily depriving them of anything due to identity nihilism. While it's true that identity nihilism suggests that our identities and experience are ultimately meaningless, I still believe it's important to value and respect all life, even if our experiences are ultimately fleeting. They still have meaning and value in the moment. Yeah, for fractions of a second, they constantly are being destroyed. But whatever. Additionally, taking away someone's ability to experience anything, even if it's ultimately meaningless, is still a violation of their autonomy and their right to exist. In the end, I believe that it's better to focus on promoting happiness and reducing suffering rather than simply erasing everything. Well, if we have a right to exist, do animals also have this right? I believe all living beings have the right to exist and to be treated with respect and compassion. Ha ha ha, you've fallen for my trap card. This includes animals who are sentient beings that also experience pain, suffering, and joy. While there are certain differences between humans and animals, I don't think that these differences justify treating animals poorly or without regard for their well-being. Instead, I believe that we should work towards creating a more and just and compassionate world for all living beings. Well, if animals have the right to life, how can we live without violating their inherent rights? Alex's brain's fuck, rip. Living in a way that respects the rights of animals can be challenging. Yeah, no shit. But there are many things that we can do to reduce the impact on animals. Yeah, but we can't completely stop it, can we? And the environment, some examples include adopting a plant-based diet based, supporting animal-friendly business as and products-based, avoiding products that are tested on animals, pretty based, and reducing our overall consumption of resources, based. Additionally, we can work on promoting policies and practices that protect animals and their habitats, not based, such as supporting conservation efforts, not based, advocating for animal welfare laws, based, and reducing our use of fossil fuels, based, I guess. By making conscious choices and working together, we can create a more just and sustainable world for all living beings. But we can't live a life free of harming animals, so your point's kind of null and void, Alex. It's true that it can be difficult to live life that's completely free of harming animals. No, the reason I say it's null and void is because rights are unalienable. You cannot defy a right, no matter what. Like, a right is like right is something you cannot like break no matter what. Like, it's your right to not have your right broken. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the whole difference between rights and consequentialism, is that like a right is that you have a duty to like uphold someone's right no matter what. No matter what. Like, even if it hurts yourself significantly. While in consequentialism, it's the opposite. If it's significant enough harm to yourself, you can trump another person's harms. Hence why, it's the whole little silly billy thing of rights. They're dumb. Anyways, it's true, it can be difficult living a life that is completely free of harming animals. However, I believe it is still important to do what we can to reduce our impact on animals and the environment. True. Even small changes like reducing our consumption of animal products have a significant impact over time. Additionally, we can work to promote policies and practices that protect animals and their habitats, such as supporting conservation efforts and blah blah blah, and make a better world, compassionate living things. But any rights violation is unacceptable. You fell off my trap card again. I completely agree that any rights violation is unacceptable. Good, because that's how rights work. That's why I believe that it's important to work towards creating a world that respects the rights of all living beings, including animals. While it may not be possible to completely eliminate our impact on animals, we can still work to reduce our impact and promote policies and practices that protect animals and their habitats. By working together and making conscious choices, that we can create a more just and compassionate world for all living beings. So wouldn't that make creating new life, which would inherently violate animals' rights to life, a bad thing? Alex brain static again. Creating new life can certainly be a complex issue. Yeah, no shit. Particularly when it comes to animals. While animals have the right to exist and be treated with respect and compassion, there can also be many situations where animals are bred and raised for various purposes, such as food, clothing, or research. In these cases, it's important to ensure the animals are treated humanely. Ah, yes, the humane life of being used for fucking cosmetic practices and then dying from chemical burns to the lungs. Nice. The humane life of being forced into existence for no reason. In these cases, it's important to ensure that animals are treated humanely and that their welfare is top priority. Ah, yes, top priority of bringing them into existence so that they can be tested upon and or used for cancer experimentation, so that we can live longer for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, very important stuff. In these cases, it's important to assure that animals are treated humanely and that their welfare is top priority. Additionally, we can work to promote alternatives to animal products and practices such as plant-based diets, non-animal testing methods. Ultimately, I believe it's important to take a balanced approach that considers the well-being of animals, humans, and the environment, because the environment is conscious, apparently, and has a lot of thoughts going on in its environmental brain. Yup. AI, man. I mean, I know it's not people, but still, even Alex, the AI, has better conversations than like 99% of people, and that's just fucking sad.